Good evening. The time is 8 p.m. Central. This is KI5PZN, that's Papa Zulu November, bringing you the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net. We are here every Thursday night on the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club frequencies and the University Link repeater system. We will not have any scheduled pauses for emergency traffic, but we will yield the air to any breaking emergencies and will lend a hand if possible. With that in mind, please leave room between check-ins and transmissions to allow for any emergency traffic. Transmitting tonight from East Austin, I'm using the 441.775 repeater. Kids, don't get distracted while running in it. You can also reach us via Echolink by connecting to well, that's down tonight, so you can connect by KA5D-R or K5TMT-R, that's for Echolink. I'm going to repeat that one. I have KA5D-R or K5TMT-R for Echolink. For All-Star Access, you can use the note 51444. For more information regarding the club's repeater system, and how to become a member, please visit n5oak.org. You can also participate in this net using the University Link repeater system. And for more information about the University Link repeater system, please visit ka5d.com. If you're listening through the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club repeater system and you want to participate, be sure your tone is set to 114.8. For the University Link repeater system, set your tone to 97.4. For club members, we have our very own Thursday Night Net channel on Discord. So swing by and say hi to the folks hanging out there during the net. If you're not a member, what are you waiting for? It's free to join the club, man. Run to n5oak.org and sign up to become a member and join our Discord group. We have members standing by, ready to approve your account, and we have them working in shift. The Big Lebowski reference, by the way. All right, my name is Ernesto, KI5PZN, that's Papa Zulu November, and I'll be your net controller for this evening. This is a net control, meaning station should refrain from transmitting until designated check-in or coming time. If you're having an emergency while the net is going, just say break, and we'll pause the net, and we'll try to help as much as we can. If you're a new ham, or just new to the net, the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, it's a social net. We get together every week to share knowledge, ask questions, and just to hang out. It's super easy to check into this net, just a little bit. I'm going to ask for check-ins, and I will take down a list of all of you that wish to participate. Once I have a list, I'll go down the list one at a time, and I will give you the floor. Feel free to ask questions pertaining to ham radio or other interesting, family-friendly subjects. Tell us about something you've been working on. You don't have to have a juicy story to call in. You can just call to say hi. We just want to hear from you. There is no net without check-in. We always have a hamtastic net for you tonight, so we will have a good net, even though we have the 320 down. 320's been down since yesterday. Hopefully we're planning on going in tomorrow and just slapping that thing around, and hopefully we'll come back up. The 250 is also down, but we'll be working on the 320 tomorrow to try to get it up and running. We're going to be doing short time check-ins, and for those of you who need to get going, I guess. And then we'll have a review. We're going to review questions or two from the general license exams. Man, I'm rusty in the sand. After that, we'll do the ham session. I'm sorry. After that, we do the ham news. Ham news is what I meant to say. I'm not drinking, man. That's tough. Then we'll do fox hunting news. And after that, we'll do the announcement. Rusty will do the announcements and the trivia net announcements as well. And then we'll move on to regular check-ins. If you missed the first round of check-ins, don't worry, we'll grab you on the next round. Please avoid topics of politics, religion, or anything else potentially inflammatory. Keep in mind that this net should be anti-inflammatory. Please keep it clean, nice, and appropriate. This is a family-friendly net. It is time for station ID and the opening of the net for check-in, so please stand by. You're listening to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N50AK. We're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central with a different net controller, just to keep it interesting. My name is Ernesto, KI5PZN, that's Papa Zulu November, and I'll be your net controller for tonight's net. It's time for short time check-ins. Short time check-ins means operator who cannot stay for the entire net. I will not open the floor for comments or questions for the short timers after their turn. That way you can call in, you say hi, I say hi, and you can go on and do your thing. Now, if you check in as a short timer and later you want to rejoin the net because the conversation it's awesome, please feel free to recheck. Rechecks are encouraged and they are good for you. If you are a brand new radio operator, just got your license, just starting using the radio, I have a couple tips for you. When you press the button, the push-to-talk button, count at least a second or two before you start talking, because if you start talking, press the button at the same time, there's a chance that the first part of your transmission might not be heard, so that's important. Press the button, count a couple of seconds, and then get to talk. Call to check in. If you want to say, it's better to say, press the button, say this is, then on key, and then you can listen to see if you're doubling with somebody else, and if you are not, you can continue. And if not, obviously you can wait for your turn, and that's just to help us, I guess, with the traffic. We're still going to get some doubles. It just makes it a little bit easier. Just key in, say this is, on key, listen, and then do it again, and keep on doing your check-in. One last thing, you should learn how to listen to the repeater input frequency. Most radios have a reverse function button, and this could come in handy. So it's really nice it's good to learn that. You might look it up. I keep this log, the old-fashioned way. I use the quill and scroll, piece of paper and a pen. So when you're calling in, if you don't mind, please slow down on the call sign, and I should be kind of okay grabbing your call sign. So, if you're busy or busy-ish tonight and still want to check in, I'm looking for short time check-ins. Come in with your call sign and name slowly.
N5TXR.
This is Kilo India 6, Hotel Quebec Tango, Ken in South Austin, no traffic.
All right. 2 short time check-ins. Let's go and check with Sammy and N5TXR. Sammy, what's going on, man? How's everything going?
Oh, it's going well. I was coming out to lock the shed up, and I heard you on, and I wanted to drop by and thank KA5C and KA5D for helping me get my generators out and get them up running when we lost power over here. And it just goes to show you what kind of folks we got in our community. And I really wanted to thank both of them, both Court and Kyle. And I got to run back into the house, so that's why I did short time. Good to hear you, Ernesto. N5TXR, back to net.
All right, Sammy. I'm glad to hear that you got that taken care of. Is the power back up, or are you still dealing with with that?
It's back up. It's been on since, I don't know, 11 o'clock last night, something like that. I think it was trees that fell over the main lines somewhere, and they were able to remove them. I'm pretty sure that's what happened, but it wasn't like last time. But Court walked over here in his weather gear and pulled the generators out of the trailer and got them fired up, and they were being ornery, but he finally got one fired up, and so we were able to have the refrigerator plugged in and watch over-the-air TV, so that helped out tremendously because I can't hardly walk. So I just wanted to stop by and let them know how much I appreciate it.
And I'm glad to hear that again, that they were able to help out and things, the power is back up again. Do you have any issues with your antennas by any chance?
No issues. Only got one up. Well, no, actually I got two, but yeah, they were icy. But Chris, KB5TX, sent me a picture of his, and he's definitely got antenna issues.
Yeah, I saw that, and that was not pretty, man. That's really sucking. For a bunch of guys too in the club, I saw on Discord that some guys have tons of issues with that. And man, well, I'm glad that you didn't have any problems with the antennas either. How much longer do you have here on where you live right now?
Oh, we're supposed to be completely out and done by the middle of March, so I'm trying to get majority of things done before the end of February, and then give us some time to clean up the mess.
All right, man. Sounds like you still have some time to work that out. Well, Sammy, I appreciate you checking into the net. I hope that Court and Kyle heard you, and thank you guys for helping him as well. And yeah, man, it's a pleasure talking to you. It's been a while. Guess adulthood gets in its way, and it's not as easy to play as used to be. But thanks again, Sammy, for checking in. Do you have anything else for the net before I let you go?
Oh, not much, Ernesto. Good to hear you on, man. And 7-3 to everybody out there. And I'll see if I can find my HD and maybe listen to the rest of the net, but I don't think I will be allowed to. So you'll have a good evening. N5TXR. Appreciate it, Ernesto.
All right, Sammy, it's a pleasure talking to you as always. Say hi to Leslie. And yeah, no, I get it. Same thing happens here. Netflix override radio, so I have to turn it on if I want to turn it off if I want to get close to the lady. All right, Sammy, have a good night, and we'll be talking to you soon. 73 to you, my friend. All right, and then after Sammy, we had Ken, KI6HQT with no traffic. Ken, thank you so much for always checking into the net. Always good hearing you, man. And I'm going to open the floor again for short time check-ins in case somebody tuned in a little bit late and wants to do a short time check-in. We'll be doing regular check-ins a little bit later in case you want to chat it up. But just in case you're busy, if you're busy, we are taking short time check-ins now. Call in with your name and call sign.
This is KB5MPJ, Jason and Buda.
This is Kilo India 5, Hotel Mike India Clint in Cedar Park.
All right. Two more short time check-ins. Thank you guys for calling in. And let's go and check with Jason, KB5MPJ. Jason, what's going on, man? How's this week treating you so far?
Hey, Ernesto and everyone on the net. Not too bad. We didn't lose power. Had some branches break on the trees, and had to move my cars over to the neighbor's house to prevent limbs from falling on the cars. But other than that, it wasn't really too bad. Today, actually, I did a little bit of radio stuff. Worked on an adapter for my VHF UHF radio. I want to try and do some packet radio with it. So I just put together a little kit that I got off of eBay to connect it up to my computer. So I'm going to give that a try. I haven't really done much of it. Don't really know what I'm doing, but I want to give it a shot. So got that going, and that's kind of what's going on. Did the CW net tonight, and talked to Rick and Lance on there, and that's pretty much it. Back to net control.
I don't know, man. I miss you on the CW net. I was there for a little bit, just basically being an annoyance. I'm just learning, but I got to talk to a couple of the guys, and I think I was probably out by the time you checked in. But one of these days we need to get together and do some CW, basic stuff back and forth. At least 'cause that's what I'm at. Packet radio. I'm interested in that. So what type of radio are you using for that? Back to you.
It's my Yaesu FT7900, and just got some software on my computer here, sound modem, and Easy Term. I've done it a little bit, but wasn't really set up properly. I'm going to try here and see what I can do with it.
Right on, man. I need to look into it. I'm not very familiar with it. So one of these days, I'll go down that rabbit hole. That's another one to add to the list. Not that I need anything, but yeah, I was gonna ask you if you participated on the CW net. You said you did. You get to talk to all the guys.
Yeah, I got on at the very end. There was maybe 10 minutes left, and I called CQ and got Rick first, AI5A, and then Lance W5KEX, and that seems to be all that was left, so I came on over here. But yeah, a lot of times I don't make it on at the start. I'm towards the end before I can get to it. But yeah, I managed to make a couple of contacts there.
Awesome, man. I'm glad to hear that you get to talk to the guys. I'm still having issues with my antenna. I have an external tuner, but I need to figure something out with that antenna. And I did. I'm just gonna replace the end-fed wire. I'm just gonna change it and get a longer one to get it to tune. But that's a project on my list. So far, I'm using, for what I'm using right now, it's not really good, and I don't even know if you'll be able to hear me, because Pat can barely hear me over there, and I'm pushing 100 watts. So. Part of the projects. What antenna are you using for 80 meters, if you don't mind me asking?
So normally I use an end-fed random wire that's 148 feet long, but my tuner got damaged, so I'm not able to use it. I can plug it straight in on a couple of bands, and I think I might be able to do it on 40. I'll have to try it one more time and see, but I might be able to get you on 40 if I can do that. Otherwise, tonight I use my fan dipole. I can use it. I can't use the random wire on 80 without the tuner, so I use my fan dipole in the attic for CW tonight on 80.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I need to, like I said, I need to do something, just put a longer wire and try to get the thing to tune on 80, because I enjoy 80, not only for CW, for just, just talking, because it's a good band to just sit down and chat to people, so it's at nighttime, obviously, so that's on my to-do list of things to fix and get up and running. Well, awesome, man. Thank you so much for calling in. I guess we're doing short time, so I'm not going to open up the floor for comments or anything. But do you have anything else for the net before I let you go?
No, that's it for me. Back to net control.
Hey, Jason. Well, appreciate you checking in, and thank you also for checking in yesterday on the on the frozen net. So I appreciate it, man. We'll talk to you soon. All right. Well, you are listening to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, @ N5OAK, and by hams like you. We're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central. If you're just joining us through the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club repeater system and you wish to participate, be sure your tone is set to 114.8. If you're using the University Link repeater system, please set your tone to 97.4. My name is Ernesto, KI5PZN, and I'm your net controller for tonight's net. All right, let's go now and check with Clint, KI5HMI. Clint, what's going on, man? How is the week treating you?
Yeah, KI5HMI. It's been an interesting week. We started off the weekend with our daughter Daniela. She's in kindergarten now. She got sick and ended up having strep throat. So we started our week doing that, and then Mother Nature decided to come on in too. Take a breath here. Yeah, so that's been our week. I've just been working from home, UT authorized remote work. If your power stayed on, so I've been hanging out here and getting everything done, and just doing projects and all the fun stuff that you get to do. We were fortunate that our power did not drop out, so we've been up here. We stayed warm and dry, and can't complain. So doing all right. Back to you, Net Control. This is KI5HMI.
All right, man. Sorry to hear about your kiddo getting sick. That's totally, I know it's really hard. Sometimes it's harder on the parents than on the kids. I know that from experience. But yeah, man. I mean, thank goodness kids are usually pretty quick at bouncing back from those things. And yeah, nature didn't help. It obviously didn't help with the case. So hopefully things will get better in the near future for you guys, and I know they will. Did you do any winter field day activities by any chance? Back to you.
Yeah, KI5HMI. No, I did not. I stepped away from ham for a little while here, and New Year's resolution this year was to get back into it. So I've been turning on the radios and listening a bit, and remembered that there was supposed to be winter field day going on this past weekend, but when my daughter got sick, that kind of blew any plans out the water for that. But hopefully y'all will be hearing me on the repeaters, and I've got the HF rig that I've been dialing in a little bit. So just trying to dip my toe back in and get back into using all this fun stuff. KI5HMI, back to net.
Well, awesome, man, and welcome back to the hobby. Like I said earlier, my name is Ernesto, and I don't think we spoke before, so it's very nice to make your acquaintance. I got my license in May of 2021, and it's been bugging everybody ever since then. So it's very nice talking to you. And yeah, I think from what I see on Discord, a bunch of people are very happy to hear you as well. So thank you again for calling into the net. Do you have anything else for the net before I let you go?
No, not too much. Sammy, if you're still listening, good to hear your voice earlier, and nice Ray and Rusty chatting with y'all here on Discord, and I will catch y'all all later. KI5HMI, back to net control.
All right, man. Thanks again for checking into the net. And for those of you, Sammy, Ken, Jason, and Clint, if you guys want to check in on regular check-ins after we do all the shenanigans that we do between the short time check-ins and regular check-ins, please come back. You're more than welcome to do a check-in as regular check-in. So All right, let's see. What's next on the agenda? All right, well, before we get into our regular check-ins, we are going to review a question or two from the ARRL current exam, general exam. So if you have a technician license, this will give you a sample of what the test is about. And if you are already a general, well, it's nice to review the material because it's pretty easy to forget some of those things that you don't use often. And we're going to have Rusty, WZ5 BVS, helping with the questions tonight. Rusty, the mic is yours.
Roger, and thank you, Ernesto, for running the net tonight. Yeah, so we got some fun questions. Question number 1. What is the recommended way to break into a phone contact? What is the recommended way to break into a phone contact? Alpha, say QRZ several times, followed by your call sign. Bravo, say your call sign once. Charlie, say breaker. Delta, say CQ, followed by the call sign of either station. So if you are a technician, and only a technician, Ray, if you are a technician and you want to guess, come with your call sign and your answer choice. Nothing heard? All right, well, let's open it up to any license class. Any license class, this includes you, Ray. Come with your call sign and your guess.
5LA.
AI 5HP with Bravo.
All right.
KI5PZN. I was talking to Mireya when you were reading it, but I'm going to go with Bravo too.
Heard you in there, Sky. What was your answer?
I didn't hear them all, but somebody transmitted over one of them.
Well, man, I can fix that for you. So, what is the recommended way to break into a phone contact? Alpha, say QRZ several times, followed by your call sign. Bravo, say your call sign once. Charlie, say breaker. Or Delta, say CQ, followed by the call sign of either station.
I guess I'd go with Bravo and 5LX.
All right, so we got Sky at B, Aaron with a B. Anybody else want to get in here with an idea? Come with your call sign and your answer.
JC5G. I heard Ernesto in there with a Bravo, and I'll take a Bravo as well.
All right, so we got an Ernesto with a Bravo. Look at you, not waiting for Bill. And we got us a Philip with a Bravo. So that's 4 with a Bravo. Anybody else got anything?
Yes. I'll go with Delta because Rusty's not answering his own questions tonight.
All right, we got a KI5 MVF going in there for the Delta. Thanks, man, for making that happen. Anybody else got any other guesses? Come with your call sign and your choice. Well, I guess that's going to do it then. All right, so what is the recommended way to break into a phone contact? The correct answer, sorry, Jeffrey, is Bravo. You say your call sign once. That's all you got to do to break into a conversation. All right, so here we go. Here's our question number 2. What does the Q signal QRV mean? QRV, Quebec Romeo Victor. What does that one mean? Is it Alpha, that you're sending too fast? Bravo, there is no interference on the frequency. Charlie, I'm quitting for the day. Or Delta, I am ready to receive messages. What does the Q signal QRV mean? If you are a technician, come with your call sign and your answer. All right, no technician. Let's open this up to anybody. If you have an amateur radio license, come with your call sign and your answer.
KI5PZN, wasn't listening, but I'm going to go with B.
That B as in Bravo, RD as in Delta, sir.
Oh, wait, you were asking for QRV. I knew what that was. Ready. It's whichever has the ready thing on it.
Might you mean choice Delta? I am ready to receive.
Thank you.
All right, for everyone else that listens like Ernesto, let's do this again. What does the Q signal QRV mean? Quebec Romeo Victor. Alpha, you are sending too fast. Bravo, there is no interference on the frequency. Charlie, I am quitting for the day. Or Delta, I am ready to receive messages. If you want to try this, come with your call sign and your answer.
N5LX.
Go ahead, Sky.
I don't remember very well, but I think it's Delta.
All right, Sky is in for a maybe possibly Delta. Anybody else not pay attention or listen at all that wants to come in here and guess? By all means, bring your call sign and your choice. It seems to be a trend for the night.
K5BZI.
BZI, what you got?
Well, I'm curious if I'm making it in. How are you copying me, over?
Oh, you're a little staticky, but I can hear you.
Hi, Roger. Yeah, got issues with the radios. I'm coming in on 900 megahertz tonight. I'm going to go with Delta.
We got Ray coming in on 900 megahertz with a Delta. Anybody else got any cool frequencies they want to try to come in on with their answer? Come with your call sign now.
K9LCY.
Got a K9LZY. Come in with your guess.
Yeah, I actually am cheating because I have my keyboard in front of me, but it's depending on whether it's a question or an answer, it's ready question or ready answer.
All right, so I'll put you down for quitting for the day. All right, so we got Rob down for D. Or somebody else in there, come in here with your guess and your call sign, please. All right, well, let's end it there. That's a lot of D on one paper. What does the Q signal QRV mean? The correct answer is I am ready to receive messages. D. So way to go for everybody that picked Delta, which was everybody. You win tonight on the Thursday night exam quiz. There you have it, man. We'll send it back to Ernesto. KI5PZN WZ5BBS. Thanks for running the net, man.
Well, man, I appreciate you doing the questions. I wasn't paying attention. Thank you, Zane. I really appreciate you doing the questions. You do for the club as well. All right, let me do a station ID. Well, before I do that, a quick reminder: the club is going to be doing in-person testing, and we're going to be starting with the April the 15th. Quarterly meeting. So if you are interested in getting your license or upgrading your license, that's a good place to do it. So you can check that on Discord. You can ask us, and we'll point you into the right direction. But keep that in mind. We'll be doing that every quarter from now on. So awesome blossom. All right. You are listening to the Okio Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net. Brought to you by the Okio Amateur Radio Club, call sign N50AK. We're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central. If you're just joining us through the Okio Amateur Radio Club repeater system and you wish to participate, be sure your tone is set to 114.8. If you're using the University Link repeater system, please set your tone to 97.4. My name is Ernesto, KI5PZN, that's Papa Zulu November, and I'm your net controller for tonight's net. Alright, we are going to pass the mic now to Ray, K5BZI, with the news. Ray, the mic is yours, my friend.
All right, Mr. Ernesto and everyone, I apologize for the bad signal quality tonight, but I'm on the backup of my backup. So here we go. This is K5BZI with tonight's Net News. Well, Hamcation is February 10th through the 12th this year and hosts the ARRL Southeastern Division Convention. In partnership with Hamcation, ARRL's free mobile app is available to help attendees navigate the large event, which is held at the Central Florida Fairgrounds and Expo Park. The free ARRL Events app is now available and already includes Hamcation's full program, so attendees can browse and schedule forums, preview the extensive list of exhibitors, and find affiliated events. During the event, attendees can use other app features to follow the hourly prize drawings and grand prize packages and browse building and site maps. While returning users do not have to re-register to use the app, they will be prompted to complete a simple registration to view each event. Attendees are also encouraged to tap on the My icon in the app to add their name and call sign, email address, and any additional information they would like to share with other Hamcation guests. Additionally, the My Badge icon displays a QR code of your event badge that can be scanned by another attendee or exhibitor using the Scan Badge icon, instantly connecting shared contact information with other hams at the event. The app is available for Apple and Android smart devices or access the web browser version, which is optimized for nearly any browser or other type of mobile phone or tablet. Your app store to download the app, search ARRL Events, or access the links available on the ARRL Expo website. If you're reading this on a mobile device, click the link that you can find at the ARRL News article to be redirected to the appropriate app store. And for more information, you can visit ARRL Hamcation at www.hamcation.com or ARRL at Orlando Hamcation at www.arrl.org/expo. In other news, the Missouri S&T Amateur Radio Club, W0 Echo Echo Echo, at Missouri University of Science and Technology, is gearing up for an early celebration of their 100 years. Club President Morgan Lyons, Kilo India 5 Sierra X-Ray Yankee, said the station first went on the air in 1923 as the MSM Radio Club, broadcasting basketball games from the Jackling Gym on the grounds of the Missouri School of Mines and Metallurgy. Quote, the FCC was not around in the 1923s, but we believe the original MSM Radio Club used the call sign W9DUM, said Lyons. Then between September 1937 and March of 1938, W9EEE had been assigned to the MSM Radio Club. And in September of 1947, the MSM Radio Club was assigned the call sign W0EEE and changed its name to the Missouri S&T Amateur Radio Club. Missouri S&T Amateur Radio Club members operate from their shack, photo courtesy of Missouri S&T Amateur Radio Club. The club now has 20 active members and over 300 alumni that regularly visit to help support club activities. The official site for the celebration in April has not been selected, but there will be an open house and tour of the club's radio shack and a special event station. The Missouri S&T Amateur Radio Club is an ARRL-affiliated club, and students from the club regularly participate in the ARRL Collegiate Amateur Radio Program, which provides networking opportunities for students and their college radio clubs. For more information about both of these reports I just read to you, you can go check them out yourself at arrl.org/news. And that's it for this week. Thanks for picking up the reins there, Ernesto, especially given all the hang-ups we're having tonight. This is K5BZI, back to Net 730.
Hey, appreciate you doing the news. Thank you so much. All right, and then let me check to see if I wonder if Jeffrey is around for Fox News. Let me open it here for a second. See if it's around. Jeffrey, you happen to be around by any chance? KI5MVF.
KI5MVF. Am I making it in?
Coming in loud and clear.
Great. I always forget to use the 775 occasionally. missing the big 320 right now. Fox hunt news. We didn't have anything really going on this past weekend. There were some threats of some fox hunts going on, but everybody was pretty busy with field day, and Ashley was out of town, so she didn't end up hosting after all. So, as far as I'm aware, there were no fox hunts this past weekend. This weekend, however, Ashley will be hosting the KI5 PZN transmitter. I don't know where she's going to be putting it, and I don't have a map yet. Don't know if it's going to be Southtown or north of town. Who knows? But you can expect a Gaia map to be published to the Fox Hunt Map sub-channel in the Fox Hunting channel on Discord. If you have any interest in fox hunting, I highly recommend you join our Discord. And El Presidente Rusty, I'm sure, will tell you how to do that pretty soon. But you can find it on our website, and we've even got a page on the website just for fox hunting. If you're interested, I highly recommend joining somebody else for your first time if you've never done it. There's always people looking for someone to go drive around in the middle of the night to hunt with them, or a Saturday morning after breakfast. It's a pretty great way to spend a weekend. I think this weekend we've got some good weather coming on Sunday, so I highly recommend getting out there and enjoying the sunshine. This has been KI5 MVF with the Fox Hunt News.
All right, Jeffrey, appreciate you doing the Fox News. Thank you so much, and we're looking forward to the Fox this weekend. Here you have it, folks. We have Fox hunts almost every weekend, so if you are interested, just going to n5oak.org and join our Discord server, and you'll find all of the information you need there. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm part of the nerds that go out there and look for those things, so we're more than happy to teach you how to do it if you haven't done it. I don't know a whole lot about ham radio, but I can find those foxes, so I can help you with that. I could help. But anyways, it's a good thing to do. It's a really, really fun activity, and you can bring your kiddos and, make it into an adventure. It's fun, and you get to see different areas of Austin that you probably haven't seen, because that's what's been happening to us. And I've been here for, I don't know, almost 25 years in Austin, and I'm still discovering new things thanks to new places, thanks to the fox hunting. So keep it in mind, it's happening this weekend, and we'll be talking about that on Discord. All right, well, let's pass the mic now to El Presidente Rusty, WZ5BVS, with the club and TriviaNet announcements. Rusty, the mic is yours.
Man, it takes forever for this thing to ID. Thanks, sir, for making that happen. Yeah, for all the new people listening out there, the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club has a TriviaNet right here every Friday at 9 p.m. We had 33 people last week. It was pretty slow considering it was Winterfield Day, but we had 33 people. Jared, N5AFC, won the TriviaNet with 1,740 points. Kent, KI5RBT, coming in second with 1,463 points. And Norman, N5ZOT, coming in third with 1,282 points. I'm going to send a magical GIF over to Rob. The elimination round got everybody pretty quick. Only Laura, KI5OLG, Dave, KI5STT, and Sky, N5LX, made it to the second round, and that one got them. So, way to go to those three on making it through the elimination round. Jared, N5AFC, is our number one player in the TriviaNet so far. Kent, KI5RBT, coming in second, and Bill, K5VB, coming in third. Of course, anybody can play. All you need is a smartphone, a tablet, or a computer. The Okies versus Roadies tournament is coming up this Friday. So coming up tomorrow, it's going to be the Okies versus the Roadies. The Okies have won 3 times They've won every time so far, so we're in pretty good standing, but we're going to try and get the 3-2-0 back online so that everybody can play. But this Friday, it's the Okies versus the Roadies. The bingo starts at 8:30, so you have something to do while you're hanging out waiting for the net to begin. Check out player rankings, stats, net logs, anything you want to know about the Friday Night Trivia Net. You can head over to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. We also have some fun official business. We have one new member since last Thursday, so Mark, KI5ZIY, welcome to the club. You mark 497 members so far. Our first batch of winter field day photos are on the web, so go check those out. That's another fun reason to go check out the website. If you have any field day photos, anything that you would like added, throw it up on the field day channel. I don't have everything, but I do have like the first drop of photos that everybody hit. Next club meeting, Saturday, April 15th, so stay in check for that. And then also the local N5 OAK testing. Man, we're going to start doing testing after our club meetings. The first session the club has ever done, at least that I know of, is going to be April 15th after the club meeting. Our loving leader, Philip AC5G, has taken the reins on our VE team. So we're getting everything put together and figuring stuff out. If you would like to be a VE, we're always looking for people. So you can talk to Philip on the Get Licensed channel and let him know that you want to be a VE. We just submitted our paperwork so that our first team can be submitted and done, and training will be starting here shortly. So I'm looking forward to this. I think it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Like I said, it's just new and we're just setting it up, so more details will come. Right now we can't register for classes, but as soon as we can get y'all signed up for this thing, y'all will know and y'all will be the first. So April 15th, the Oak guys are doing testing. God love us. We have a fox hunt this weekend. The smarter side of KI5 MVF is putting out a fox, so thank you, Ashley, for making that happen. We have nets every night on the DMR repeater. Y'all probably already know that. And go sign up and subscribe to the club calendar, because that's how you keep up with all this kinds of fun stuff. Head over to n5oak.org and click on the calendar tab to make that happen. We also, if you got more photos, put them on the field day channel. And yeah, I will see you further down the log when I check in. KI5PZN, WZ5BBS. Back to you, sir.
Hi, Rusty. Thank you so much for the announcements and everything else you do for the club. And let me do a station ID. You are listening to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net. Brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N5OAK. We're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central with a different operator to keep it interesting. But tonight, it's me, and my name is Ernesto, KI5PZN, that's Papa Zulu November, and I'm your net controller for tonight's net. Well, to get started with check-ins, new hams are encouraged to check in, so if you are a new ham, or you haven't been much in the air since you got your license, this is the perfect net for you. We would absolutely love to hear from you. We all get very excited when new people call in. We're that nerdy. They have a chance tonight to put a question of the night together. But if you don't have, anything that you can think of, you can always call in to say hi, and you can tell us what happened, how the storm treated you, the winter storm treated you. So we'll be more than happy to hear from you. Let's do regular check-ins. Any licensed operator is welcome to check in. No membership is required. And we only have a few repeaters going on tonight, but if you can hear me, you can check in. And if you'd like to do so, all you need to do is call now with your name and call sign slowly.
This is A5BZI, Ray in South Austin, Texas.
This is N5LX in Oak Hill. KA5NLK, Anderson.
This is Kilo 5 Tango Mike Tango, Matt and Leander.
This is Kilo 9 Lima Zulu Yankee, Rob up in Lakeway.
This is Alpha India 5 Hotel Papa with no traffic because it's close to my bedtime.
This is AC5G.
This is KI5 YLF Cody in Fort Hood.
This is KI5HMI Clint checking in again in Cedar Park.
All right. That was a good run. Thank you guys for checking in. All right. Well, let's check with Ray. K5BZI. Ray, what's going on, man? How did the storm treat you?
Well, I heard my call, but I didn't quite make out what you said, but I'll go ahead and check in anyway. I just wanted to shout out to everybody who came out to Winterfield Day, man. It was a blast. We all had a really, really good time. And, thanks to everybody who operated my old ART-13 military radio. Learned an awful lot. And, in fact, did some repairs to it today based on what we learned over the weekend. So that was fun. Just a big shout-out to everybody who brought food and everybody who operated. And just, it was just a good time had by all. And we're already signing up for Summerfield Day, so you guys go check the Field Day channel and find the link to Ranch 3232 there, and go ahead and book your site. I've already got mine booked. We've got a couple others already booked. And, never fails. The day after Winterfield Day is when we start getting excited about Summerfield Day. So let's keep the energy going, and we'll see you guys out at Ranch 3232 in the last weekend of June. Thanks again, everybody. 73 from Ray, K5BZI, back to net.
Well, awesome, man. I'm glad to hear that. I didn't get to go this year, but from what I saw on Discord, it looked like a fun one. Did you have any issues this week with the storm? Back to you.
Negative, man. We kept power the whole time, stayed warm. I am not getting out on my 440 antenna tonight, so possibly, given all the ice and wind and everything, I'm not sure what's going on up there at the top of the tower, but you can never go wrong with the 900 megahertz Yagi, even though it just barely makes it over Davis Hill. But I'm able to get in on that tonight. So sorry for the scratchiness, guys, but that's all I got tonight is 440 without the 32 or the 225 working. The 440 is all I got. So, or the 900 is all I got. But anyway, other than that, it seems to have fared pretty well. K5BZI, back to net.
Well, awesome, man. Yeah, the signal is good. I mean, you got some little bit of crackling in the background, but it's really clear, so you're fine on either one of those things. So, all good, man. I'm glad that everything went. It's okay for you guys because it sounds like it's been crazy all over the place. Well, guys, we have Ray here, K5BZI. If you want to say hi to him, or you have any questions for him, please call in with your name and call sign.
N5LX.
Guy?
Yeah, I just had, Ray, I was kind of curious. You said you're coming in on 900 megahertz. What kind of an antenna you're using, or I guess you said you're using a Yagi? But I haven't read about that. What's the repeater you're coming in on? Where is it?
Yeah, hey, Sky. Yeah, I have a Yagi, 900 megahertz Yagi that is affixed to my tower aimed right at the KA5D system at UT. coming in on 927.075. 927.075 on the KA5B system.
Okay. I guess that's just, there's so many things in ham radio. I guess that's one of the things I haven't gotten into or even read anything about, the 900 megahertz. So that, it sounds like that's probably on the same, maybe on top of the math astronomy building, physics building. That's pretty cool. I mean, your signal is a little scratchy, but you're coming in good.
Yeah, Roger, I appreciate that. The antenna for Kyle's 900 megahertz repeater is right next to the trunking system for the APD communications there, and so sometimes you'll hear like a really loud fart noise, and that's because of the transmitter on the APD trunking transmits and knocks out the 900 megahertz for a split second while they're talking. But if you haven't heard that while I've been transmitting tonight, that's a good sign. So anyway, that means that there's not a whole lot going on police-wise in town. But anyway, that's that from me. K5BZI, back to next.
Thanks, Ray, and 5LX.
Tyler, thank you so much for that comment, and I could send you a message later if you remind me, because there's a couple of other 900 megahertz repeaters around here in town that they have traffic during the day, and there's one that has a round table every night, like around 9:45. That's seven days a week. So I'll shoot me a message when you get a chance, Guy, and I'll point you to those repeaters that you can, if you have a 900 megahertz, you can participate. All right, we have Ray here, guys. If you would like to talk to him, have any questions for him, just want to say hi to him, call in with your name and call sign.
KC3 NAG.
Hey, Randy.
Hey, Ray. What do you say? Weather-wise, it's completely crapola up here. Probably a quarter of all the tree limbs that were around my house are on the ground. We're talking like 8 inches, 30 foot long. I cannot get out the back door. Power quit, I don't know, 4 or 5 o'clock Tuesday morning, and I do have my generator running. So that's the story here. How are you, man?
So, Randy, are you did you lose any of the limbs that you were using for antenna limbs?
Yeah, well, okay, my big dipole there, yeah, that's off the ground. My 40-meter ground vertical there, the vertical's still there, but huge tree limb hit it, so it just knocked like the battery connections off from the ground plane wires. So, easy peasy. It's almost like having a fuse. But my Slim Jim, I had moved it down to the corner of my garage, and a tree branch came down and took that off too. But as it warmed up and the trees aren't icy, I strung my Slim Jim back up where it normally is. KC3 NAG.
Yeah, roger that, man. Well, good luck to you, buddy. I hope you get it all cleaned up and get everything back up that fell, and maybe it'll clear some of those low limbs out so you can get up even higher. Good luck with it, man. K5BZI.
Hi, Randy. Thank you for your comment. I hope that things get sorted out soon for you up there. All right, Ray. Well, do you have anything else for the net before I let you go, my friend?
Nothing else on this end, man. Thanks again for jumping in and hosting tonight. K5BZI.
All right, man. You have a good one. And say hi to the lady. We will be talking to you soon. All right, let's go and check with Sky and 5LX. Sky, what's going on, man? How's the week going?
Hey, Ernesto, November 5, Lima X-ray here. It's good. I mean, I'm really grateful. I got my power back this morning at about 6 a.m. Unfortunately, my neighbors across the street still have no power, so I hope they get it restored soon. I'd be curious to hear from others, about how they fared with all the ice. I had some pretty bad tree damage, and that seems to be pretty common. The roads were closed yesterday from a lot of fallen limbs. So that's like the main thing. I mean, otherwise it wasn't really a big deal. Other than that, I tried to make a contact for the special event, the Punxsutawney Groundhog Day event, special event on 20 meters. Never could get through. But during the storm, in the middle of the storm, I did make a couple of contacts with my QRP rig hooked up to a battery, so that was kind of fun. One of them was Sao Paulo, Brazil. But anyway, on 5 watts too. Anyway, that's about it, and I'm just real curious, how others are doing, in terms of trees or any of that other stuff. I mean, I guess I'm fine here. I kind of bummed out about the trees, but otherwise I'm good. N5LX back to net.
Man, I'm glad to hear that things are okay. Sorry about the trees and all that mess. That seems to be the flavor of the day. People having issues with the trees. Can you tell us a little bit more about that contact that you made with using 5 watts? That for those of you guys that are starting on ham radio, this is a very interesting story. If you don't mind sharing that with us, guys, back to you.
Yeah, sure. I didn't have any power, and I was, reading, and I thought, well, I need to take a break from reading, and so I kind of got the itch to do some radio stuff, so I hooked up, have a little Minion 5-watt QRP HF transceiver. It'll do code, CW, and sideband, and it's only 5 watts. I hooked it up to my dipole, and I only made a couple of contacts, some in the States. The one that I was pretty stoked about was Brazil, Sao Paulo, Brazil. That was on 10 meters, and the other ones were on 15 meters. That's about it, but it was kind of fun. It's just a tiny little radio, and it's not much power, but, it just kind of shows you what you can do. N5LX, back to net.
Thank you for sharing that, guys. Yeah, for those of you listening, yep, you don't need a huge radio, bunch of power, or a giant antenna to get out there. If the conditions are good, that's all it takes. So it's goes to show you guys that you could have fun with ham radio without having to have a bunch of stuff hooked up. And 10 meters, you can access that even if you have a technician license. You have a huge chunk of that band to play with, so that's a good story. So keep that in mind, guys. Sky, did you get to go to the Winterfield Day? Back to you.
Oh yeah, I didn't really participate, as far as radio stuff goes, which I kind of plan on doing for the next field day. But I got to hang out and visit with everybody and had a really good time. I really enjoyed it. Matt was kind enough to kind of show me the ropes for CW, and it's slow going, but I'm still working on my code. So that's something I'm kind of looking forward to, kind of get my feet wet on that. And I really got a kick out of seeing Ray, doing the show and tell with his antique military gear. I thought that was pretty cool. But the main thing, it was just good to see everybody and had a good time. N5LX.
Yeah, man, I didn't get to go this year, but it's always a good time, and just the social part. It's really neat, and Ray's radios their radio that he has is kick ass. So I'm glad that you got to see it. Did you participate on the CW net tonight by any chance?
No, I don't have an antenna that will tune up to that frequency, so that's something I can work on. Shouldn't be too hard. I mean, I could just throw a wire out if it's tuned the right length.
Right on, man. Have you ever joined that net by any chance?
If it's the one you're talking about, I think it's an 80 meters. No, I just don't have an antenna that will tune to that frequency.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, man, it's a fun one, and especially if you're starting out on CW, you're just getting back on it. It's on 3.532 megahertz, and it's half an hour before this one starts. 7:30 is when it starts. Well, guys, we have Sky here. If you would like to say hi to him, have any questions for him, please call in with your name and call sign.
K5TMT. Hey, Sky. Yeah, it was great having you in the shack over Winter Field Day, and just doing some CW, and really enjoyed the conversation. So it was great to see you out there.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. Likewise, I really enjoyed it and appreciate you showing me all that stuff. It's pretty fascinating. I think you mentioned you can kind of get burned out after a while, but with ham radio and pretty much, well, with life in general, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff to do, so you take a break from it and come back to it. It's an interesting challenge, and it's also, I think it's kind of a cool tradition. So I'm working on it. I'll be on the air pretty soon, I think, N5LX.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be back on the air soon. I'll mention more when I check in with what happened here. But yeah, good to see you out there.
Thanks for the comment. Does anybody have any comments or questions or want to say hi to Sky? We got him here. Call in with your name and call sign. All right. Well, Sky, do you have anything else for the net before I let you go?
No, sir. No more traffic, and just hi to everybody, and maybe let us all know, how you're doing after that storm. Let us know what's going on. N5LX, back to net.
All right, Sky. It's always a pleasure talking to you, my friend. We'll be in touch for sure. All right. Well, you are listening to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Call sign N5 OAK, and by hams like you. We're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central. If you're just joining us through the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club repeater system, and you wish to participate, be sure your tone is set to 114.8. If you're using the University Link repeater system, please set your tone to 97.4. My name is Ernesto KI5PZN, and I'm your net controller for tonight's net. All right, we're going to check now with Mr. Anderson, KI5NLK. Anderson, what's going on, man?
Hey, Ernesto. Not a ton going on. By the way, how do I sound? I'm on the 775, and I don't normally reach that far.
Sounding fantastic.
Okay, I didn't want to launch into a big old long description of field day and the ice storm type stuff that nobody could hear me. So field day was so I'll go into a 2-hour rant now. Field day was a lot of fun. It was much better sleeping in the back of my car than bringing the pop-up, because when you drink just a hair too much, it's like a real pain in the rear to try and box up a pop-up camper. But when you sleep in the back of the car, you can just roll right out of that thing and head home. But yeah, the only thing, it was a lot of fun to have Ray bring his radio out. I mean, I know he's probably heard it from everybody, but it's super impressive to see that radio set up, and that's kind of what, to me, ham radio is all about. It's real easy for everybody to bring out their new, nice radios out, but man, when you see something like that where somebody takes pride in like a, something that's got a little heritage to it, it's a ton of fun. So that's like that was really cool to see, you know, MPJ and others operating CW there on that thing. But as far as the ice storm goes, I think I was like everybody else. I had branches just dropping. You know, you just hear them hitting the top of the house, just, you know, sounding like thunder, and then they'd roll off down the house, and you'd just be sitting there just praying, going, oh, please don't hit the window when you hit the ground. And I probably should post some photos of it, but man, we're like, you know, Randy not on the flagship. I wonder what he was coming in on tonight. But like him, you know, we had just big old, you know, 10-inch round logs dropping. So hopefully everybody's okay. I don't think I've got any damage. Just nothing more than just running the chainsaw for a few hours. But back to you, Ernesto.
All right, man. Well, I'm glad to hear that, you know, things are okay after the storm, and also glad to hear that you were able to make it to the Winter Field Day. And yeah, that seems to be like Ray's vintage radio seems to be like the main attraction. I really dig that thing too. It's really cool. It's like going into a museum and, you know, seeing that thing light up and working. It's pretty cool. And for those of you that are listening and haven't seen it, I don't know the exact you know, model of that radio, but it's worth the trip there just to check that out and see it. It's a pretty piece of equipment. Have you done any radio, I guess, in the last couple of days, or have you been working?
You know, the last couple of days I haven't really done any radio. Mostly, we did lose power a little bit, and the wife had, I think it's stress is what it is. But so I've kind of been had my hands full. But I did try with my little digital radio, my little HT, to hit the oak, and I don't know if it was because my radio's not set up right. I don't think I've ever used that one, or if the oak was down, but either way I couldn't hit it, or nobody came back to me, which doesn't mean I couldn't hit it, but I couldn't hear the little chirp either. So yeah, I've been pretty weak on radio. My antenna wire was heavily frozen up there, but it looks like it's fine now. So I probably should have fired it up, but I had to get the little one ready for bath and all that.
On, man. Yeah, it's I guess it could have been worse. And I'm glad that things are working. And yeah, even though you didn't get a lot of chance to do radio, I guess, you know, some other things are more important. Family's more important for sure. Are we gonna see you this weekend doing the fox hunt? Back to you.
No, probably not this weekend. I had so much fun last weekend. I don't want to spoil it or not last weekend before. I don't want to spoil it with a missed attempt. So no, it's my mother-in-law's birthday this weekend, so I gotta be extra busy for this one.
Back to the important things for sure, man. Yeah, I mean we do fox huntings almost every weekend, so we would love to see you out there, man. So all right, we have Anderson here. If you have any questions for him, I just want to say hi to Mr. Anderson. Please call in with your name and call sign.
K9LZY.
Hey, Rob.
Yeah, just kind of an observation that ham radio guys are kind of like guitar players. And there are those that love the vintage guitars, and there are those that love the new stuff, all the electronics, but you know, I find a lot of similarities between the two.
Yeah, I agree with you in that there's a big following, and there's a big, you know, you got a nice thing, you can't let it go because it's valuable. But there is also something to be said for you get your brand new radio, you fire it up, and it just works perfectly. And I have a little D90 that's like pretty fancy new, but it's cheap, and compared to my old ICOM radio, and sometimes it's nice just to fire that thing up and be like, it's just super easy, simple, works. Don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I've got an old K acoustic that I was just banging on, and it's from like 1950 something. And but right now I'm talking on an Icon 2730, brand new. So I totally hear you. Back to net.
Awesome, thank you, Rob, for the comment. All right, yeah, I like the vintage. I really like vintage, but I also like to have something that you can just, push a button and get talking without suffering too much. We have Anderson here. If you would like to say hi to him or have any questions for him, please call in with your name and call sign.
BBS.
Go ahead, Presidente.
Hey, Anderson, just wondering if you had any sparklies on today, and was wondering, did you get to play any Flight Simulator while, the weather was crap out there?
Well, I'm not sure if you know this or not, but clearly I do have my little sparkly earrings on because I have my 4-year-old and she won't let me do anything without them. But no, I didn't get to play anything the last couple of days because of the power being out and stuff like that. Honestly, though, the other thing I should say is we weren't that cold because I was such a dork and I have one of those Mr. Buddy heaters that you plug into a big 20-pound propane tank like. I think it was Phil at Field Day had, and those things are phenomenal for like the power goes out. They're indoor safe. I'm doing little finger quotes. You should still have a carbon monoxide detector, but that was one of those things. I was like, man, this thing. I feel like a proper prepper with that thing.
Yeah, I would have been dead without the fireplace for sure. So it's definitely making. I grew up with a fireplace, but having this one here at the house, and it's an old fireplace that you can actually build like a big fire in, so it's good. Well, right on, man. I'm glad you made it through all the craziness. We'll send it back to net control. Thanks, Ernesto.
Thank you, Rusty, for the comment. All right, Anderson. It's a pleasure talking to you. Let me. Do you have anything else for the net before I let you go?
No, nothing for me. Just thanks for running the net, Ernesto. It's always good to hear you on the air.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure talking to you. Like I said, it's always good hearing you on the radio. And reminder for you, it's almost time to start gardening again. So get your seeds and all of the stuff in place because it's almost time. Do you have any plans this year? I'm not gonna let you go. To do any gardening again?
As for gardening, heck yeah, man. My wife, she's got this book she's been reading called I don't remember, it's called like Gardening on a Quarter Acre or something like that, or whatever it is, but it is just about designed to fill your entire backyard and be like sustainable on, a standard size lot. So it's gonna probably, at least if all goes well, get a little bit out of control in our backyard, so that'll be fun.
That's awesome. If you don't mind, share some of those pictures, like before and after and in between. I'm a big gardener, so I would love to see those pictures, and I know you have some property there, so it would be really cool to see that. All right, man. Well, thanks again for checking into tonight's net. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and we will stay in contact with you over the repeater. All right. Well, let's check now with Matt. K5TMT. Matt, what's going on, man? How is the week treating you?
Hey, Ernesto and everyone on the net. Well, the week was treating me very well until about 3 this morning when that thunderstorm rolled through and dropped a ton of freezing rain. And I lost all the trees in my yard, and I lost all of my HF antennas. And this weekend is going to be an exercise in rebuilding.
Oh man, I'm really sorry to hear that. What are the plans for the antennas that you were hanging from the trees? What's next? Back to you.
So the antennas were not in trees. I had those on metal masts, and even with the guy wires I had on there, with an inch of ice accumulating, they just folded over. Which is surprising because they survived the ice apocalypse 2 years ago, no problem. So I thought they'd be okay, and I didn't think much of it until it was too late to lower them once they were covered in ice by, like, Tuesday. So by then it was too late, and it just kept accumulating, and it was too much weight, and they collapsed. The mast collapsed and folded over almost 180 degrees, and yeah, so I have a nice 4-band fan dipole laying in the yard that I need to get fixed. On top of that, I had plans this weekend to replace my water heater. Well, not the water heater itself just yet, but to prepare for it, running Romex and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be a busy weekend.
Man, that's a bummer. I'm sorry to hear that. On the cables, I guess the string got compromised after they went through the first storm. I mean, they got all weak, and that's why they didn't survive this second one around. It reminded me of back home. We have and for those of you who don't know me, I'm originally from Puerto Rico. We have the hurricanes, and it's something similar where you have the first part of the hurricane hits the place, and the winds are all blowing in one direction, and all the trees and everything gets bended over to that direction, and then the ice passes by, and then the rest of the hurricane is blowing on the opposite direction, and that's where everything just breaks. It's just so that's what reminds me of that. It's just that those wires went already through hell, and so we're not ready for another one, man. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Hopefully things will work out where you get all of those things taken care of quickly. If you need any help, man, shoot me a message. I'm not very good with ham radio stuff, but I can help carry stuff around, and just let me know, man. Well, we have Matt here. If you have any questions for him or want to say hi to him, please call in with your name and call sign. 5LX. It's Sky.
I just wanted to say I'm sorry about the damage. It doesn't sound good. Hope you can work it all out. I'd help you, but I got a bad back. Which, I mean, that sounds lame, but it'll work out somehow. I mean, unfortunately, there's not much we can do about the trees other than just clear that stuff up. But I guess there's been a lot of that damage around here, and it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out in the next week or so.
I appreciate that. I mean, I can rebuild. I have about half of the trees left, but at this point, there's no point in keeping them. I'm just going to have to replant my live oaks, and I mean, I watched those things grow over the past 10 years I've been here, so it's kind of sad, but at least with the antennas, I think the antennas themselves survived. I just have to replace the mast, so it's not a huge deal, all things considered. So I'm counting myself lucky that there's not a bursted water pipe or anything like that. K5TMT.
N5LX, yeah, I can relate. I'm sorry that happened. I guess I was kind of lucky, I have an old oak tree in the front yard that had a bunch of broken limbs, but it's going to survive. It'll be okay. It doesn't look the same. But the tree that I planted probably about 20 years ago, it seemed to be fine, which is amazing. So I guess I kind of lucked out.
Yeah, I was hoping some of the branches above the driveway or the street would have snapped instead of the ones that were my main shade canopy in the middle of the yard, but it is what it is. It's out of my control, and I'm trying not to worry about it. But it's not the worst thing in the world. so I'm still thankful for what I do have. K5TMT.
Hi, Skyler. Thank you for the for your comment. We have Matt here. If you have any question for him or want to say hi to him, please call in with your name and call sign. All right. Well, Matt, like I said, I hope that you get things sorted out quickly. And like I mentioned, if you need any help, just shoot me a message and we can work something out. Do you have anything else for the net before I let you go?
That's pretty much it. Just hoping everyone else survived and didn't have too much damage, and we can rebuild. I had no power this morning for 3 or 4 hours, and ham radio to the rescue because the cell phones weren't working. So it's always ham radio to the rescue, it seems. K5TMT.
Yes, sir. I agree with that. It's something that I will always make sure that I have one around radio. That's lesson learned. I didn't have one on the first storms a couple of years ago. I wasn't licensed then, but yeah, no way I would be without one now. But all right, man. Well, I appreciate you checking in to tonight's net. Like I said, I hope things get better sooner. And if you need help, just let us know. And I hope you have a good night. And we'll be talking to you soon. All right, well, you're listening to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N5OAK. We're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central, and if you're just joining us through the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club repeater system and you wish to participate, be sure your tone is set to 114.8. If you're using the University Link repeater system, please set your tone to 97.4. My name is Ernesto, KI5PZN, and I'm your net controller for tonight's net. Just talked to Matt, and now we are going to check with Rob. K9LZY. Rob, what's going on, man?
Well, up here in Lakeway, we've got a lot of above ground power lines. So in 2021, I was without power for about 3-4 days, and then I learned from that lesson, and this time I was fully functional for the whole entire time. Luckily or unluckily, I don't know how to look at it, but the last people that owned the house cut every tree down on the property. I guess the YSL was superstitious and thought there were evil spirits in the trees. So while we didn't have any limbs fall, our neighbors had a limb or two fall onto our property, not a big deal. But like I said, in 2021, learned the lesson, and I had plenty of lithium and plenty of availability to plug it into stuff. So I had coffee, internet, and my laptop, so I was just fine. Back to net.
Awesome, man. Yeah, no voodoo trees for you. I'm gonna have any any haunted trees. Well, that's I guess it could be good and bad. So I guess for this time around, you're gonna have to be out there cleaning up a big mess. I don't know how you have your how do you have your HF antenna set up?
So the 10 meter, because I'm a technician. And 10 meter was set up on a speaker stand with another pole on top of it and a couple guys. Yeah, that's just fine. Broke a guy, but not a big deal. And then earlier tonight, I had a radio check, and it was 5.3. So I took the 10 meter down and put the VHF UHF fiberglass on top of that, hoisted up about 8 feet. Now I'm on 446, so yeah, everything like from the ham side worked out just fine. If I had to do it over again, I probably would have spent a hell of a lot less money on lithium, bought a decent little propane generator, pause for reset, and then got a sub panel, and been able to power the whole house for a lot less than all this money I spent on lithium. But, lessons learned, back to net.
All right, man. Well, it's best to be, have overkill than lacking what you need there. But I'm glad that things worked out for you this time around and that you were prepared. Yeah, I'm going to be looking into solar setup, a little solar just for the radios, not for the house, because you know the importance of the radio. So I'm going to probably be looking into that. I know Rusty's got a really cool setup there. I just never pay too much attention because, we only get this once a year. But now that it seems like this is going to be the thing, the thing every year, I'm probably going to be looking into setting something up like that. Well, cool, man. I'm glad that, you were able to do that and you're still able to get on the radio. And, it's, even if you have the technician's license, you can always listen on the other ones, and that probably gets you motivated to get your general. But yeah, there's plenty to do with technician on the 10 meters and 6 meters when it decides to open. All right, we have Rob here. If you would like to say hi to him or you have any questions for him, please call in with your name and call sign. All right, dude. Do you have anything else for the net before I let you go?
No, just if anybody wants to know about the lithiums and how not to spend too much money, give me a ping on Discord, K9LTY, back to net.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you calling into the net. It's always fun talking to you, and we'll be talking on the repeater. All right. Well, you are listening to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, @ N5OAK, and by hams like you. We're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central, and if you're just joining us through the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club repeater system, be sure your tone is set to 114.8, and if you're using the University Link repeater system, please set your tone to 97.4. My name is Ernesto, KI5PZN, and I'm your net controller for tonight's net, if I can stay focused. All right, and after Rob, we have Aaron, AI5HP with no traffic. Thank you, Aaron, for checking in. I get it. Aaron, for those of you guys who were not around last week, Aaron picked up he was running the Thursday Night Net last week, and he had to get up to work early the next day, and that's the Thursday Night Net before the winter field day, so that's, it was a really long net, so I hear you, man. Thanks again for running that net, and thanks for checking into the net. We'll be talking to you soon if you're still listening. If not, I hope you're having a good night. All right, let's check now with Philip, AC5G. Philip, what's going on, man?
Hey, Ernesto, not too much. Cleaning up branches today as everyone. A few falling around the house. One landed on top of my wife's car, so she wasn't too thrilled about that. Not too bad. Luckily, the windshield survived, but there's a little bit of a dent on the roof, so we'll have to get that fixed. But other than that, it kept power the whole time, so we were pretty comfortable, honestly. All survived, and we're working throughout the whole thing, so no complaints here. Take a break. As Rusty mentioned earlier, we are doing the new VE team to start testing after our meeting, so I want to thank all the VEs that have signed up for that. I've sent in the application, so hopefully we'll be hearing back from them very soon and getting the ball rolling on that. Thanks to everyone who's volunteering their time to get more people on the air. And other than that, thanks for running the net, Ernesto. Sounded great, and AC5G, back to net.
All right, man. Sorry to hear about the branch hitting your wife's car. I saw a picture on Discord, and that doesn't look fun. I'm sorry that happened. Do you have any issues with the antennas by any chance? Back to you.
No, antennas did fine. There was some ice buildup on them, but nothing like what other people had. I mean, it was maybe a quarter of an inch diameter total, so not too bad at all. Didn't weigh them down enough to pull or break anything, so I was able to keep on using them the whole time, basically.
Awesome, man. Glad to hear that. Hey, I have a question for you, because I think I saw a post from you, I think, on the CW channel. Do you do CW? Back to you.
I do not. I cannot send it at all. I cannot copy it. About the only thing I know is CQ and my call sign. I don't even have a key, honestly. I did send a little picture that made Pat throw up in his mouth a little of a guitar cable I grabbed real quick and wrapped a piece of wire around and made it my key that I posted, and he wasn't too happy about that. But no, I am not into CQ at all. I should be, but just have not sat down to actually try to learn it and listen for it.
No, not a problem. No, right on. I was just curious because of that. Yeah, that particular post. I was I wonder if he's doing it too. How many people do we have already on the VE team? Back to you.
There was 10 people that signed up for that, so thanks to everyone again, and yeah, so we've got a pretty good team going, and pretty soon, hopefully, we'll be setting up some sort of sign-up sheet so that people can sign up to FIAT sessions, and we can just make sure that we've got enough people there, and, you know, obviously, the more the merrier. You know, we'd rather have too many than not enough. Back to you.
Awesome, man. That's a big group. That sounds pretty solid. One more and we'll have the Ocean's 11 here going on. Well, awesome. We have Philip here. We have Philip here on the net. If you would like to say hi to him, or if you have any questions for him, please call in with your name and call sign. All right. Nothing heard. Well, man, I appreciate everything you're doing for the club. I know it's a lot of work, and you're, having to gather a ton of paperwork from all of us nerds, and especially people like me that can't even get their shenanigans together. So I appreciate all you've been doing for the club, and I know it's a lot of work, and it's really nice, man. Thank you so much for doing that for all of us. Do you have anything else for the net before I let you go?
No, nothing else. It's not a problem at all. I'm enjoying doing it and happy to get the team going here. So, yeah, I'm very grateful for everyone that volunteered. That's about it. 73, everyone. AT5G.
Hi, Philip. It's really nice talking to you, and we'll be in touch as usual. So have a good one, man, and we'll be talking. All right, let's check now with Cody, KI5WLS. Cody, what's going on, man? How's the week going? How did the storm treat you?
Hey, Ernesto. This is Cody, KI5YLS. Here, I'm actually also here with my grandmother. She's listening in the background. The weather's cold here. Definitely very cold here. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, it's icy. It's very icy here. The weathers are slick, and the roads are slick, and it's very wet. My grandmother said that she wants to come to one of the field days with us and cook for us one night. She loves cooking for big groups and stuff like that. But other than that, not a whole lot's going on. I'm feeling old because my birthday's in a few days. 4 days to be exact. And I'm turning 22, so I will be feeling old. In fact, I already tell people I'm feeling old. Let me let it reset. Hold on. So, other than that, not a whole lot's going on. So Sunday I've got a couple of family friends coming over. Well, they're practically like family at this point. From the military post here coming over, and we're going to cook spaghetti and eat cake and probably get very drunk. But other than that, just sitting here with my grandmother and listening to the net and enjoying the net, and had a good time at Winterfield Day. It was fun. My longest contact this year was, I think, let me let it reset, hold on. I want to say my farthest contact this year was Missouri. So not too far, but pretty far. So yeah, had a lot of fun, helped the club get some points, and enjoyed the meals and stuff like that, and can't wait to see y'all for the Summerfield Day. KI5YLS, aka Yellow Liver Spots. Back to net.
Well, all right, man. Sounds like you're having a good time there, and hello to Cody's grandma. Hope she's having a good time there as well. And yeah, I'm sure the guys will be more than happy if she will cook. But there's a bunch of people in this club, and you might want to think about that twice, because there's going to be like a huge bunch of people there waiting for her to cook. But thank you, that's pretty cool. And yeah, man, and happy birthday. I know it's early, but happy early birthday. 22, man. Yeah, you're really old now. That's just. That's pretty cool, man. I'm glad to hear that. It's awesome, man. I'm glad you got to also do the winter field day and the contact with Missouri. That's pretty cool, doing some DX there. I'm sure you had a good time doing that as well. Do you have any issues with the antennas with the weather? Back to you.
If you're talking about my antenna here, I don't know. I haven't fired it up yet. The only chance I got, so I rearranged my room about a week or two ago, and the only chance I got to plug my stuff back in and fire it up again was tonight. And then that's when I realized the .320 is down, and the repeater's down, and so I didn't bother to try and connect it with any local stations just to see if it would work or anything. So I really don't know. Also, my grandmother wanted me to let you know that no crowd is too big for her to cook for. So she will happily cook for as big as it is, as big as it needs to be. But yeah, I haven't tried the antenna yet. Let me reset. So basically just, yeah, I haven't had the chance to check out the antenna yet, see if it's working, because of the repeater being down, which that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. And there's something else I was going to tell you, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, my grandmother's in here. She said hi. She was waving in the Discord a minute ago, which if you guys haven't already joined, y'all totally should. Right now it's me, Ray, and Clint, KI5HMI. And, yeah, we're just sitting here chilling and listening to the net. Back to you.
Awesome. Thank Grandma that I said hi to. I usually don't get on that video channel because I have a really good face for radio. You don't want me out there, but they had Grandma, and that's pretty cool that she's hanging out with you. It's pretty cool, man. All right, well, we got the one and only Cody here. If you would like to talk to him, have a question for him, please call in with your, or Grandma, please call in with your name and call sign.
PBS. PG.
A double, and the first one that came in was BBS. Rusty, go ahead.
I think I heard Randy in there too. So, hey, Cody, I was just wondering. So the first night, I think you said your tent got wet. I was wondering if Uncle Ray let you stay in the camper, or if you were wet on Saturday night as well.
What's up, Rusty? Hey, no, he did not let me come into the camper. He was not joking when he said that. He was not joking when he said that he was going to kick me out of the camper and let me fly. You know, it's like a mom kicking their babies out of the nest. You know, they get big enough for their wings to fly, and suddenly they just kick you out of the coop with no warning. Just, yeah, boom! No, but I didn't get wet either, because he was nice enough, he found a spot in his cold heart to let me borrow the tent on the back of his camper, and put the tarp over my tent, and so that protected me from the rain. So I thank him for that. But yeah, I would have much loved to be in that warm camper, because I took a nap in there. Man, it felt good. Back to you, Rusty.
Right on. So he's not too awful terrible then. All right, man. Well, yellow liver spots. The Cowboys suck. And thanks for coming and hanging out at Field Day, man. It was fun hanging out with you. WZ5PBS back to net control.
K5BZ.
Hi, I think it was Randy. Go ahead, Randy.
Yeah, okay, let you all calm down there. Hey, Cody. Really cool to meet you at Field Day. And your grandma, you have to tell us, like, what ethnicity she cooks, like Italian, Polish, like, what are we talking, man? But, just so y'all know, Cody's little whining tale, I go so wet, and Uncle Ray wouldn't help me. Well, I'm quite sure that was Cody's sleeping bag and his pants hanging up in the back of the van with the heaters that Ray put on. And Cody slept from, I don't know, let's say all day Saturday.
Come on now, Randy. You weren't supposed to say that kind of stuff. You're supposed to be on my side. Come on now. It's bad enough that Ray's ego's gotten big enough to where he's the treasury. We don't need to make it grow more and more and more and more. Yeah, making his head bigger. Like, come on now. No, he did help me out. He put some of my wet stuff in the trailer to dry out, and so that was nice of him. Also, my grandmother, she makes a little bit of everything. She can make German. She can make American kind of food, Italian. She makes all kinds of food pretty much. She makes good burgers, I will say that. She makes a mess, but she makes good burgers. I think Ray can agree to that. Yeah, no, everything was good, for Saturday night, but, yeah, that's pretty much how it went down, so.
Yeah, well, I know your Uncle Ray, so I don't know. It is what it is, man. But on another note, blatantly everyone knows by now, I do not like playing trivia. I had so much fun Friday night with Cody and Fred, and there was two other guys in the camper. Oh yeah. I'd play trivia with you guys any night of the week.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun giving Rusty a boatload of hard time. He was trying to run a pretty good trivia net, and he was getting completely ran over by us in the camper because so to give a little bit of context, for some reason we couldn't get enough signal out to join the trivia, but we were having enough signal to join the Discord call as well as the Discord chat. And so with that they me and Fred and Randy and a couple of others, let me reset real quick. A couple of others, we we were in the Discord, and whenever one of the questions came in, we would give him just absolutely bogus answers, like not even on the board. And a lot of times we would use reused questions, answers for like reused questions. Like one topic was Benjamin Franklin. So a lot of the answers we said were Benjamin Franklin. And we were just giving him BS, and it was a lot of fun. So yeah, definitely do trivia with us, with y'all anytime. If we do that kind of BS, which is a lot of fun. Bye to net.
Randy and Rusty, thank you for you guys coming. We have Cody here, and Cody's grandma. If you would like to call in and say hi to him, them, or if you have any questions, please call in with your name and call sign.
K5BZI, Ray.
Hey, Uncle Ray.
First of all, hi, Mom. And secondly, let me just set the record straight here. So when I was Cody's age, I did a lot of camping in the rain, and you live and learn. And we definitely did dry him out and let him take naps in the camper. Thank you, Randy, for having my back on that one. And just overall had a great time with Cody over the weekend. He did a really good job and did some radioing, and we had a ball. So really glad he made it out, and it was good to see him. And for the record, my mom makes the best chicken spaghetti you've ever had in your life. And I think that's her probably crown jewel there, amongst other cornbreads and other good things she makes. But I love her chicken spaghetti. Anyway, that's it from me. I'll let you have it over there, Cody. K5BZI.
Hey, Ray. Grandmother says hi, too. Yeah, no, in all honesty, he did help me out. And I honestly didn't mind the rain too much. It was annoying, and I was glad to have cover on Saturday night, but Friday night it wasn't too bad. Yeah, had a lot of fun this weekend. Although, Ray, I really want to get a station by summer field day or next year winter field day. I want my own station so I can sit there and control whenever I want to. But yeah, other than that, I had a lot of fun. And yes, even though Randy picked your side, you did help me out a lot by airing out my clothes and my sleeping bag and everything that got wet, and my pillow. But yeah, no, overall had a good time, and I can second the chicken spaghetti. The chicken spaghetti is really good. She makes a good chicken spaghetti. So yeah, she makes good chicken spaghetti. And, oh man, what's another good dish she makes? She makes good chicken Alfredo. I do have to admit, and a good meatloaf. But back to you.
All right, roger that, man. Well, it was really a ball out there, dude. And thanks again, and we'll see you mark your calendar, last weekend in June, summer field day. Between Austin and Johnson City is where we'll be out by Parnell Falls State Park. So mark your calendar, and we'll see you there. K5BZI, back to net.
All right. Thank you, Ray, for your comment. And all right, Cody, appreciate you checking into the net. And Graham as well, thank you for hanging out with us. It's really cool talking to you, and we hope that you enjoy your birthday. And try not to get too drunk, because that hurts the next day. And when Grandma is doing the burgers, a good thing to do, and this will help you in life, is if somebody is doing the burgers, then you go on the other side and start the cleaning up of everything. So by the time the burgers are done, everything is clean, and you enjoy the burgers, and Grandma doesn't have to clean up the stuff. All right, Cody, well, thanks again for checking into tonight's net, and let me do a quick ID here. You're listening to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N5OAK, and by hams like you. We're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central with a different operator. If you're just joining us through the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club repeater system and you wish to participate, be sure your tone is set to 114.8. If you're using the University Link repeater system, please set your tone to 97.4. My name is Ernesto, KI5PZN, and I'm your net controller for tonight's net. All right, next we have KI5HMI with the recheck. Clint, I know you were doing the dishes, and you probably sprinting to the radio right now, but what's going on, man?
Hey, Ernesto, KI5HMI. Got back here and jumped into the Discord chat. We're getting to see some friendly faces that I hadn't seen in a while. But things are pretty good. I was actually going to try and sneak out to the down there, and then when my daughter turned up with, she came home with a cough from school on.
Clint, so there's gotta be something going on with your signal. I hear like a big fluttering sound over your voice, so I couldn't copy what you were. Yeah, it sounds like a helicopter going around what you were when you key in. I don't know if you want to move places if you're using an HT and give it a shot again. Come back in.
KI5HMI, got me clear now?
That's perfect, man.
Okay, no clue. Yeah, I'm coming in off of Matt's Leander repeater, so I'm using the big. Is that it? Okay. If I get a little too, if I heat it up, there we go. But so things are doing all right. I was gonna sneak out to field day, but of course, when my daughter got sick with strep throat, that kind of blew those plans out the water. But that's just rolling with the kindergartner. That's how life goes. But yeah, no, not much to talk about. But just jumped into Discord to say hey to folks, and trying to get back in there.
All right, man. Well, we got Clint here. If you guys
Ray's
want to
coaching me
talk
through
to
it
him
over here in the Discord chat.
or have any questions for him, please call in with your name and call sign.
K5BZI.
Go ahead, Uncle Ray.
Yeah, hey Clint, good to see you, man. Not sure what that is. You were good for a while, and then right at the end there, you cut out again. Or you started the helicopter again, I should say. But anyway, I guess maybe if you let it on, let it off. But anyway, good to hear you, and good to see you. Thanks for joining us on Discord there, man. And by the way, guys, what I'm talking about, if you guys don't know, you can join us over on video, on the Discord video Thursday Night Net channel. But anyway, you can see Clint there. He hadn't been here in a while, and it's good to see him. Anyway, enjoy talking to you as always.
Yeah, and Ray just had that. You got the motorboat too there just for a second at the end. So I'm not sure what's going on, but no, good to hear you. I think I just see. Yes, it looks like we got Anderson jumping in here as well. So lots of folks coming into Discord. But no, good to hear your voice. Good to see you, and plan on getting out more. KI5HMI.
All right, Ray, thanks for your comment. And yeah, you had a different flavor of sound there towards the end, but might be, I don't know, could it be something with the repeater. Well, all right, we have Clint here. If you would like to say hi to him, or if you have any questions, please call in with your name and call sign.
BBS.
Hey, Rusty.
Hey man, just wanted to say hi. Just like Ray, it's good to see you on here, and nice to see you have time to come spend with us. So hopefully we'll see you on trivia. But either way, nice to have you back in the Discord and on the repeater. WZ5BBS.
K5BZI, you don't want him on trivia, man. He'll beat everybody.
That's very kind of you, Ray. I don't know. I hadn't been on there, but it sounds like you got what was it, the Okies versus the Roadies here coming up? So maybe I can jump on and have some fun with that. KI5HMI.
Really, man, come hang out with the Okies. Come make us look good. We've got 3 of them in the bag, so we got a good record. But yeah, come hang out, make it happen.
Good. It's still at 9 o'clock on Friday night, right?
Yes, sir. 9 p.m.
But I'm penciling it in right now. KI5HMI.
We're gonna win. We're gonna win. All right. Thanks, Clint. Back to you, Ernesto.
Thank you for thanks for the comment. Anybody else have a comment or a question for Clint? Please call in with your name and call sign. All right. Clint, thank you so much for checking into tonight's net again. And like I said earlier, I hope that things get better soon for you guys. With the strep and all that shenanigans happening, comes with the package of being a parent. But I'm glad that you have a good attitude about it and working things out with that stuff. Do you have anything else for the net before I let you go?
No, Ernesto. Just wanted to thank you for running this show tonight, and thanks for folks coming and joining on Discord. And Rusty, thanks for keeping the lights on with the trivia net, and hopefully see you tomorrow night. KI5HMI, back to net control.
Well, awesome, man. Thank you again for checking in. It's been a pleasure talking to you. And I hope you have a good week and things, improve quickly. All right, well, you are listening to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, callsign N5OAK. We're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central. And if you're just joining us through the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club repeater system, and you wish to participate, be sure your tone is set to 114.8. If you're using the University Link repeater system, please set your tone to 97.4. My name is Ernesto, KI5PZN, and I'm your net controller for tonight's net. We just finished with round 1 of regular check-in, and so that means that I'm going to be looking for additional check-ins. So if you would like to check in to this awesome net, please call in with your name and call sign kind of slowly, please.
This is WZ5VBS, Rusty, Northwest Austin.
This is W5GCH, Ron in Driftwood.
This is Kilo India 5, Mike and Victor Frank in South Austin.
This is thought I heard something. This is Kilo Charlie 3, November Alpha Golf, Brandy, Anderson Mill, coming in on the flagship sister 446775.
All right.
This is W0TCO, Andrew from Denver, Colorado. Short time, no traffic.
All right. Nice run here. So let's go in there and check with Mr. Rusty, WZ5BBS. Rusty, what is going on, dude?
Just trying to get over this week, man. It's been entertaining. It was fun. Well, Winter Field Day was a blast. I had a great time out there. Doug and I went out there and hung out pretty much all day. So the Winter Field Day was fun. It was good to see everybody and hang out with all the new guys and James and all the K5 LBJ crew. It was a whole lot of fun. And the baby goats were so adorable. Did I do that?
Oh, but keep on going. You're fine now.
Right on. So made it through Winter Field Day. Life was great, and then the storms came. I was without power for a good day, but I had the fireplace going, and so it wasn't too awful horrible. And got power about 4 a.m. this morning. So I finally have power. I took a shower today. It felt amazing. So getting over all this other business. I got lots of down tree limbs. So Buddy is coming over with a chainsaw for the weekend, and we're going to go and make some more firewood of all this stuff. My neighbors got hit pretty hard too, so we'll probably be helping them out and cutting all that stuff down. But yeah, just hanging out at the house with power and heat. It's an amazing feeling. WZ5BBS.
Awesome, man. I'm glad that, you finally got your power back and you were able to take a shower, thank goodness. Question for you, is there any fox hunting in the horizon for you for this weekend? Back to you.
Yeah, I'm down to go fox hunting with you, for sure. I got to figure out when my buddy's coming over. And so I'll work on getting that time frame nailed out, and then we can go from there. But I'm guessing, I think Sunday's going to be better, so maybe if I get him to come over on Sunday, we can go Saturday. Does that work for you?
Man, that'll be perfect. We can do well. I don't know if you are going to, but I'm planning on going to the breakfast on Waterloo on Burnett, just south of 183, for those of you listening. And then from there on, go and try to give it a shot. But yeah, it'd be cool if you can make it there, man.
All right. Well, then let me see what I can do, and I'll ping you. But yeah, it's a definite possibly maybe. How about that?
It works, man. I know that Bjorn also was interested in doing some fox hunting too, so I'll ping him too, just in case, or you can ping him whichever way it works. But awesome. What was your experience at the field day? Back to you.
Well, I'm not much of a contester. Like, it's fun, but it's not really my thing. But going out and hanging out with fellas and all the ladies it was nice. And that's kind of what I like. I like hanging out and just, get to chat with everybody. Fred had some friends out that were more RV type than radio type, but they also had, comms, kind of their own little thing set up. So it was, there's a whole bunch of people there, and I don't know. It was a blast getting to hang out and just see radio happen. So the Winter Field Day is definitely more my style, with the campfire and kind of hanging out in the country. So I dig that one more than summer for sure.
Awesome, man. I'm glad that you were able to participate. I keep saying I missed this year, and I remember I went to the one last year, and I had a good time. We had a great time. I went with Mireya as well. So we probably will try to do it for next year. Well, awesome, man. I'm glad to hear that you had a good time there and that things are going back to normal at the QTH, and hopefully we'll get to do some fox hunting over the weekend. Well, let me open the floor here. We got Rusty, El Presidente here, WZ5BBS. If you would like to say hi to him, if you have any questions or concerns, please call in with your name and call sign.
Hi, Rusty. Yeah, 550.
Hi, Anderson, WZ5BBS.
Thank you, Anderson, for saying hi to Mr. Rusty. Anybody else would like to say hi to Rusty or have any questions for him? Call in with your name and call sign.
K9LC, well, hi. Hey, Rusty and Lakeway just lost power again. So we're not through this, and I just plugged my EcoFlow back in, but it's good to know everybody else is doing well.
Yeah, man, I have all my stuff charging. All of my radio stuff is off of battery and solar, and it has served me quite well, and it did as well during Snowpocalypse. So I'm really happy with my rig and my setup, but I have the power supply on, and same thing, like when the power went out at 4 a.m., the battery was full at 4 a.m., and this thing's been rocking, so I love it. But yeah, hopefully you'll get your power back on, man.
Yeah, it just popped back on. K9LZY back to that.
All right. Thank you, Rob. Things get better. Yeah, we have WZ5BBS. If you want to say hi to him, please call in with your name and call sign. Somebody trying to get in, or is that just the repeater acting up? Oh, the repeater. All right, well, Rusty, thanks again for checking into tonight's net, and thanks again for everything you do for the club, man. Do you have anything else for the net before I let you go?
Yeah, actually I do. I forgot to mention the frozen net. Dude, I thought that was so great to do, and we got to check in and see how everybody was doing. So thanks for throwing that together. For those of you that don't know, Ernesto put together a real informal net. It was the frozen net. And it was basically just people checking in to see if, you okay, you got power, what's going on. And it was nice to hear from everybody. So I think we're going to have to start doing this. Whenever, really crazy weather stuff, I think we'll have to do some impromptu nets and just do a welfare check on all our people.
Yeah, man, I'm up for it. Cabin fever gets up there, so I just want to talk to people and see how everybody was. So hopefully we don't get any more crazy stuff, weather-wise or any other way. But if we do, I'm more than happy to jump in and get the ball rolling, because it's always good to talk to people, and and especially if you've been through something like that and you haven't talked with adults for a couple of days, aside from significant other, whatever. It's kind of nice to get out there and talk. So that was fun. That was the Oak Hill Frozen Net. So that was fun. I had a great time. All right, man. Well, thanks again for checking in to tonight's net. And for those of you listening, Rusty is going to be running the Trivia Net tomorrow night at 9 p.m. So make sure that you tune in and play. And we're going to be playing against the Crossroad Club, and they have a huge coverage. They have all South Texas. And once everybody over there knows what's happening, we're going to have a hard time keeping up the scores on this side. So right on, man. Thanks again, and we will talk to you soon. All right, and now we are going to go and check with Ron, W5GCH. Ron, what's going on, man? How are you?
Good evening, Ernesto, and everybody out there on the net. I'm kind of like everybody, still kind of in shock from the weather spell we had here. Plenty of tree damage around my 5 acres here. could not get out the driveway until about 2 o'clock this afternoon, so it was just way too dangerous to get out there and try to do anything during the storm, because every few minutes there was another big tree just breaking over to the ground. It just make a loud pop like firecrackers going off, and then bang to the ground, so it's just the whole property is just emaciated with broke over trees. So have to deal with that. Lots of stuff just hanging on the ground. You got to get up there and manually cut it all out of the tree to clean it up. So I guess eventually get around to it all. Probably have some professional help come out and deal with it. So break for a minute here. And it was really good to see everybody out at Winter Field Day there. Got to see some people I hadn't met before, and some people working rigs that were pretty interesting. Ray's old radio was fun to look at, and a couple of other people out there working their rigs also, so fun to get around to talking to everybody. And got to see Rusty. Glad to meet him, and several other people. So, a lot going on this last week. Anyway, about all I have for now. W5GCH, back to net control.
Well, right on, Ron. Glad to hear that sounds like nothing serious happened in your QTH. Do you have, or did you lose electricity? Back to you.
I was going to mention that. Anyway, we had electricity just go out very momentarily twice, but came right back up, so didn't have to suffer through any long periods of blackouts. So some other people around my area did, and so the crews got out here to fix their lines for them, but the interruption I got was probably due to other people's lines being knocked down. So just the way it goes. I was fortunate here though, and didn't have to put up with a cold house. So got through it okay. W5GCH.
Right on, man. Yeah, that makes it a lot easier when the power stays on for sure. What about the antennas? Do you have any issues with the antennas? Back to you.
Oh, it was just coated over real heavily with ice. Everything was just coated heavily. No damage done to it. During the day, I could hear the ice falling off of it onto the metal roof up there. But other than that, it's still working fine.
All right, man. Well, that sounds all right. I guess nothing happened aside from the shenanigans with the trees, but at least you got everything else up and running, and glad that you were able to also enjoy the Winter Field Day. Sorry I missed you, I couldn't make it this year, but that's awesome, man. Glad that things are okay. We have Ron here. If you would like to say hi to him, or if you have any questions for him, please call in with your name and call sign. All right. Ron, I appreciate you checking in to the net, but before I let you go, do you have anything else for the net?
No, I guess not. 73s to everybody, and have a good evening, and catch you next time. W5GCH.
Hi, Ron. Thanks again for checking in to tonight's net. Always a pleasure talking to you. One of these days, hopefully, we'll get to meet in person. But yep, thanks again for checking in, and I hope you have an awesome week. And let's see, let me do a quick ID. You're listening to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N5OAK. We're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central. And my name is Ernesto, KI5PZN. I'm your net controller for tonight's net. We are now going to go and check with Mr. Jeffrey at KI5MVF. Jeffrey, what is going on, man? How you been?
right. KI5MVF here. Ernesto, thanks for running the net. I think you got more than you bargained for. You made it sound like it was going to be a quick and short net because of the 320 being down, and I think the weather and the winter field day have brought out more than you imagined. My week's been pretty good. Been busy since winter field day. Actually, I took yesterday off, which is pretty nice because today I spent probably 5 or 6 hours on the chainsaw at work, clearing up the driveway at school so buses can get in tomorrow. It was a nice excuse to go buy the last Milwaukee 18-volt chainsaw at Home Depot today. I'm sure they're sold out across town now. And yeah, I'm gonna do some fox hunting this weekend. Ashley's gonna go place it, and I'll get to go hunt it. My weekend opened up, got pushed to next weekend, and so gonna enjoy it while I can. Otherwise, not a whole lot going on. Back to you.
Well, right on, man. Some chainsaw workout. That's always fun to do. Well, I mean, it's not too crazy outside. And fine business. I'm glad that you're gonna get to do some fox hunting this weekend. Are you gonna be joining us for old man's breakfast by any chance? Back to you.
I haven't thought about it actually yet. Maybe that depends on how tomorrow goes. If tomorrow's a chill day at work and go home in a reasonable hour and don't stay up too late on the trivia net, yeah, maybe I'll make it.
Right on, man. And how are things at home with the storm? Did you have any issues with the antennas and power? Back to you.
No, I didn't have power the big Snowmageddon 2 years ago either. Here, we're right on the edge of PEC, and didn't have any issues last year. 2 years ago, didn't have any power issues this year. 2 years ago, we did lose water for a couple of days. But here, I mean, literally, I had one branch come down, not even all the way. My neighbor and I both keep up with our trees kind of as much as we can, and so the only thing that wasn't super, I mean, not to say that every tree that fell was unhealthy, but basically we only had one branch between the two of us fall down, which is kind of impressive. Everybody else along the street definitely had a lot falling, and it didn't break anything, which is nice, and I don't have a lot of wire antennas outside. To say I don't have any wire antennas outside, but I did just get a spool of wire to put up maybe soon, and so I'm glad I waited until after the ice.
Awesome, man. I'm glad to hear that then you didn't have any issues around the house, because that's totally sucks from what you've heard so far of this net. It's just all kinds of, and from what you've probably seen on Discord, all kinds of shenanigans. And yeah, no, I'm surprised that we have such a good turnout here on the net. I love running nets. I actually like that people are checking in. I thought for a second that we were going to be like, 2 or 3 people because of everything that's happening, but I'm really happy that people are calling in and checking in. All right, we have Jeffrey here, KI5MVF on the net. If you would like to talk to him, please call in with your name and call sign. All right. Like people are falling asleep already. All right, man. Well, Jeffrey, do you have anything else for the net before I let you go?
I'll just say good luck to those fox hunting this weekend. Ashley always does a pretty good one, so looking forward to it. Thanks for running the net again, Ernesto. KI5MVF. I'll be clear.
All right, Jeffrey, looking forward to seeing you out there. Hopefully we'll see you at breakfast, or if not, we'll bump into each other while we are hunting for the fox. And tell Ashley thank you for hosting the fox this weekend. Thank you so much. All right. Well, let's see. Let's go and check now with Randy, KC3NAG. Randy, what's going on, man? Sorry that I missed you on the field day. I didn't make it. I really wanted to meet you, but hopefully soon. What's going on, man? KC3NAG from KI5PZN. Randy, you still around? I wonder if he lost power. Randy, if you are listening, I'm going to check with you after Andrew. Hopefully you have power and or you probably away from the phone, from the radio, but I'll check back with you. All right, let's check now with Andrew, W0TCO. Andrew, what's going on, man? How's life treating you?
Hey, Ernesto. I think you called on me. I wasn't really paying attention. W0TCO here. Yeah, things are going well. Just checking in. Texas sounds like a complete mess right now. But just here a short time in Denver, hanging out and enjoying the nice weather up here. So, yeah, things are going well. Just checking in. Just wanted to be added to the log tonight. So, yeah, thanks for checking in. W0TCO back to net.
All right, man. Do you have any winter field day activity up there by any chance? Back to you.
Negative. I really haven't done much radio up here. Just been settling in. It sounds like the club up here is not too active, so I was going to reach out to some Okies that live up here, see if they want to do some POTA or soda, and get back into radio that way. And then I started studying for my general exam last night, so that I can transmit on to more bands here. Just continuing on. I haven't done a whole lot of radio lately, but just keeping in with the hobby. Back to you.
Well, cool, man. I'm glad that you found some Okies up there. Probably a good idea to start like a Colorado chapter of the Okie Elementary Radio Club. And that way you're going to have every viewer over there connected to the Oak here. That'll be pretty cool. Well, awesome on the general exam, man. That's pretty exciting to hear that. And yeah, man, you'll be in heaven once you pass that test, because there's so much to do on HF that, oh man, it's you can spend 24 hours there without getting bored, and I really dig it. Well, that's cool, man. Any plans to come into Austin to visit anytime soon? I know you just moved out, probably not, but just curious. Back to you.
That's a negative. I don't really have any plans to go back to Texas. No plans. But to be honest, the Okies are the thing I miss most about Texas. So being able to come in via All-Star here is a relief, and it's fun just to hear everyone again and check in with you all. Back to net.
Cool, man. Yeah, we're really happy to have you around too. So, every time you have a chance, please connect to the Oak and chat with us. Well, we have Andrew here on the net. If you would like to say hi to him, or if you have any question for Andrew, please call in with your name and call sign. All right. Nothing heard. Andrew, do you have anything else for the net before I let you go?
Nope. Just hope that everyone is safe and is able to recover from this big last ice storm that you got. So, just stay safe. Try to stay off the road. Be smart. But that's all I got. W02CO, back to the net.
Well, all right. I appreciate you checking into tonight's net, and I hope you guys have a good week. And we'd love to hear you guys, again soon on the repeater. Have a good night. All right, let's go back and check again with Randy, see if he's around. KC3NAG. Randy, are you around? All right. Seems like we lost Randy there for a second, or well, for more than a second. All right. Well, let me open up again the floor for check-ins. If you would like to check in to tonight's net, please call in with your name and call sign. All right. Sounds like it's time to wrap up the net for tonight. But before I do that, I am going to read you a list of the local nets that we have access to, so you can stay radioactive throughout the week. Start on Mondays with the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club 6-Meter Monday, hosted by Rick, AI5A, and that's on the 50.125 megahertz frequency at 8 p.m. On Tuesdays, we have the Oak Hill Southside Simplex, hosted by Ray, K5BZI, and that's on the 146.555 megahertz frequency at 8 p.m. On Wednesdays, we have the UT Amateur Radio Club Radio Club Wednesday net, I'm sorry about that, hosted by Matthew, KN4LRA, and that's on the University Link Repeater System, and the N5 OAK Repeater System, that's at 8 p.m. On Thursdays, we have the Oak Hill CW net, hosted by Pat, W5WTH, and that's on the 3.532 megahertz frequency at 7:30 p.m. At 8 p.m., we have this one, the Oak Hill Thursday Night Net, hosted by a different operator every week. That's on the N5 OAK repeater system and the University Link repeater system at 8 p.m. On Fridays, we have the Oak Hill Friday Night Trivia Net, hosted by Rusty, WZ5BBS. And that's on the N5 OAK repeater system and the University Link repeater system, and that's at 9 p.m. on Fridays. And remember that no software to download or accounts to create. All you need is your smartphone, tablet, or computer to play. On Saturdays, we have the Austin Amateur Radio Club, or Elmer's Net, hosted by Jeff, N5MNW. And that's on the 146.940 megahertz repeater at 7 p.m. At 9 p.m. on Saturdays, we have the 220 megahertz Guys Original Preservation Net, hosted by Steve, KB9DSQ. That's on the 224.100 megahertz repeater at 9 p.m. And if you don't have a 220 radio, you could access that net via Echolink by dialing to WM9W-R, that's Whiskey Mike Niner Whiskey Romeo, and you can plug in and check into that net. That's a fun net also on Saturdays at 9 p.m. Mondays, we have the Travis County Aries Weekly Net. That's on the 147.360 megahertz repeater at 7 p.m. At 7:30 p.m. on Sundays, we have the Weekend Wind Down Net, hosted by me, Ernesto, KI5PZN, and Mireya, KI5SYX. That's on the University Link repeater system and the N5 OAK repeater system, and again, that's at 7:30 on Sundays. Sundays at 9 p.m., we have the Austin Amateur Radio Club SWAPnet, hosted by Jeff, N5MNW, and that's on the 146.940 megahertz at 9 p.m. Don't forget to go to the n5oak.org website to check the calendar for the DMR machine. We have nets there every night, so that's a good place to go and check for those. All right, before I close this, I would like to thank each and every one of you guys for checking into tonight's net. And that was Sammy, Ken, Jason, Clint, Ray, Sky, Anderson, Matt, Rob, Aaron, Philip, Cody, and Grandma. And Clint did a reschedule, a recheck. I can't even read my handwriting. Rusty, Ron, Jeffrey, Randy, and Andrew, and myself. So we got like 18 check-ins tonight. So thank you so much, guys, for checking in. All right, and I lost half of my script in this shenanigans tonight. So we are closing the net, and you were listening to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net. It was brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N5OAK. We also want to thank Kyle, KFIV, for letting us use his repeater system, University Link repeater system for this net. And don't forget to go to n5oak.org, where you can join the club. You can read about the club, the repeater system, and we're a non-profit. You can go there too and, help us out as well. And just thank you guys for checking into tonight's net and participating. I just want to thank all of you for letting me do this and keep you either entertained or annoyed. And hopefully we'll get to hear you guys next week. All right, well, this is KI5PZN. I'm closing down the net, and the system is returned to regular amateur use. Good night, y'all. It's KI5PZN, clear.
Good night, man. I will ping you tomorrow, and we can go do that thing with the thing. WZ5BBS.
Hey, man, let me know, and we'll go over there and slap around that repeater, and hopefully we'll wake him up.
Roger, roger.